So I'd like to share with the audience right now 6 words that I believe will make all the difference in your life. And I urge you to write them down, look at them, think about them, because these 6 words really will make a difference for you. And they are: choice, not chance, determines your destiny.
Expanding possibilities, the mindset zone.
I'm your host, Anna Melikian, and before we start with today's show, please remember to visit mindset.zone. Yes, instead of .com, it's .zone. There you can find all the episodes and other amazing resources, all at mindset.zone. So today, our special guest is Barry Shore, the ambassador of joy, as is well known, and he is a mental wellness activist, a philanthropist, multi-patent holding entrepreneur, speaker, author, podcaster, and a former quadriplegic who is now swimming around the world. Welcome to the Mindset Zone, Barry.
Good day, beautiful, bountiful, beloved and wonderful beings, and good-looking people. Now, wonderful Anna, how can I make the categorical statement that all the thousands and tens of thousands of people that will be listening to this podcast are all good-looking? Because by definition, if they tuned in to listen to you on the mindset, it means they're always looking for and finding the good. Looking for and finding the good in life. That's the definition of a good-looking person.
I love it. And for the listeners and people seeing this interview, you are incredible with the acronyms and how you transform the power of words to our favor. But because today I love your book, The Joy of Living, How to Slay Stress and Be Happy. You also have a podcast, The Joy of Living, that is absolutely amazing. And you speak about one of your topics, of the many topics that you have, is how to use stress to our advantage. So before we go into that topic, and let's start. So people that don't know you from before, why should they listen to you?
My wife asked the same question, actually. I said, why are they listening to you? So the simple answer that I give her and to others is the following. Well, we're going to be discussing today, wonderful Anna, what I call the 3 fundamentals of life. Number 1, life has purpose. And when you lead a purpose-driven life, number 2 happens. So in this case, it's a good number 2. You go mad. Now, MAD is a wonderful acronym that stands for make a difference. When you lead a purpose-driven life, you make a difference in the world. And the 3rd fundamental is to uncover and unlock the power and the secrets of everyday words and terms. As you mentioned, everyday words and terms. I'll give you a simple example. Right now, this podcast is being carried over the internet, and people all over the world are capable of listening to, and you have listeners all over the world. And if you ask anybody, what does WWW stand for? Invariably, they say it has to do with the internet. Factually speaking, they're correct. But in our world, the world of the positive, purposeful, powerful, pleasant, WWW stands for What a Wonderful World. And whata is a word, WHATA. What a wonderful world. So after the podcast, whenever you see WWW from now, you say, what did Barry Shore say? Oh, yeah, what a wonderful world. And of course, that's a song that went viral thanks to Louis Armstrong Satchmo. And it didn't just touch tens of millions or hundreds of millions, but billions of people around the planet know about that song. And when you hear it, even the opening bars of that song, right away, what do? You can't help it. You smile. Now, SMILE is one of the greatest acronyms you could ever internalize, utilize, and leverage in your life, because SMILE stands for Seeing Miracles in Life Every Day. seeing miracles in life every day. Now, thank God I'm back to speaking to people in human beings again without masks. The masquerade's over. Just recently, I spoke to a nice group of 1,173 people, not a mask in the audience. And I'm telling the story about Barry Shore and about seeing miracles in life every day. And people are raising their hands and say, hey, Barry Shore, I've been up for hours. I'm seeing any miracles. And I asked them, are you here? Can you hear? Can you stand still? I can't do that. Can you walk? I can barely do that. Do you have water, drink, food to eat, a place to sleep, family, friends? Every single one of those is a miracle. And what's the proof, Anna? Simplest proof. 1 million people didn't get out of bed this morning. You know why? They died. By definition, if you're listening to this, you didn't. You have an obligation now to live life to the full. So I'm going to tell a quick story about Barry Shore. So imagine the following, if you can. Standing up in the morning, hale and hearty, able to leap tall buildings in a single bound, and that night being in the hospital totally, completely paralyzed. Not an automobile accident, not a spinal injury, a rare disease which I never heard of the day before, took over my body and rendered me what's called a quadriplegic. Quadriplegic means nothing in my body moved from my neck down. All I could do was blink my eyes. That's it. Happened overnight. I was in the hospital. Yeah, I say it about me, and I say, even I don't believe it.
Yeah. And how old were you at the time?
I was 55, what we call double nickels. And today I'm 73 chronologically. So that was 18 plus years ago. And I'm talking about very active and out there and doing things, successful business, et cetera, et cetera. And now hospital, can't move, can barely speak above a whisper. And 144 days in the hospital. I was in a hospital bed in my own home for 2 years. I couldn't turn over by myself. I was in a wheelchair for 4 years. I had braces on both my legs, from my hips to my ankles, and that was progress. That was for a few years. Thank God today I'm able to be vertical and ambulatory with the help of a 7-foot walking wand, but I still can't walk up a stair by myself. I can't walk up a curb by myself. I'm essentially a triped, not a biped. And I've helped 12 hours a day, 7 days a week, but you hear my voice. Positive, purposeful, powerful, and pleasant. And it's all because of this one word, smile. Seeing miracles in life every day. But I got to say a quick story before I get to your question and answer in the full, is that my 8-year-old niece came over to me a couple of weeks ago and she says, Uncle Barry, can we spell smile, S-M-I-E-L? And I thought about it. Smile sounds the same. Why not? I asked her, how come? She says, because then it would stand for seeing miracles in everyday life. Out of the mouth of an 8-year-old. But what was she doing, Anna? She was creating the kind of world she wants to live in. Now, CREATE is a wonderful acronym that stands for causing rethinking, enabling all to excel. Rethinking, this is your specialty. This is your milieu. This is what you work with individually and in groups with people. It's called mindset. How you think and what your self-talk is really helps determine who you're going to be. So I'd like to share with the audience right now 6 words that I believe will make all the difference in your life. And I urge you to write them down, look at them, think about them, because these 6 words really will make a difference for you. And they are: choice, not chance, determines your destiny. Choice, not chance, determines your destiny. So why Barry Shore? Because by definition, I've been through stress. I mean, you can't get more stressful than being paralyzed overnight, not from an accident or a spinal injury, just a rare disease you never heard of before. That's stress, and all the stress that it puts on family, friends, business, my own being. So when I look at what we can do to use stress to our advantage, that makes a big difference in people's lives. Because everybody, Anna, has stress levels in their life. It's the most searched for word on the internet, by the way. The most searched for word before COVID, during COVID, after COVID, because it always exists. Matter of fact, I would urge everybody, including you, to get a piece of paper and with a high-tech instrument called a pen or a pencil, make a big circle on this 8.5 by 11 piece of paper or whatever piece of paper you have. And if you're driving, pull off to the side of the road so you can do this. And if not, you'll do it later. Make a big circle. And what I'd like you to do is divide it into 3. So it's either the peace symbol or Mercedes-Benz symbol, whichever you're oriented towards. And we're going to put in one of the areas, you're going to make a $sign. And the next area, you're going to put a capital R. And the next area, you're going to put a capital H. Because these are the three things, the only three things that cause stress in someone's life. Everybody has the same stressors, no matter if you're Elon Musk or your Mother Teresa. She has stress also. It all comes from the same place. What are they? Money, too much or too little. And when I say it, by the way, people laugh. Too much. Yes, too much causes lots of problems. We know people who die because of too much money and drugs and all kinds of stuff. And too little, of course. The R stands for relationships, family, friends, co-workers, and the most important relationship of all, self, how you relate to and speak with yourself. And the H, of course, is health, either your own or someone dearly close to you. Many millions of people know somebody dear to them has cancer or something else. A very close friend of mine just was on dialysis for many years. He just got a transplant of a kidney, a donor.
Miracle.
Thinking about it. I couldn't, okay, let's be very blunt here. I could not move my bowels for almost 4 months. Can you imagine that? I'm just mentioning only because I just thought about it now, talking about health. I couldn't move my bowels. I had a catheter, so then you can eliminate, to urinate. But to move your bowels, I couldn't. It had to be taken out because I couldn't do anything. That's a tough way to live. That's health. These are the three stresses in life, right? So now, what are we going to do to use these areas, my gosh, to our advantage? Okay, so let's look at two things. Number one, and this is really, really important. This show, Mindset, is not about Barry Shore, and it's not even about wonderful Anna, no matter how wonderful she is. This show is about you, Y-O-U. That's really what it's about. And this show is designed for one thing, especially what we're talking about today, using stress to your advantage, is to enable you to be happier, healthier, and wealthier. I guarantee it. In every aspect of wealth, happier, healthier, and wealthier. Let's just define the word joy before we get into stress, because that's what we're talking about. Joy. And Hannah's going to talk to you about a free gift, which is my book. You're going to be able to get my book for free. It was underwritten by a wonderful couple because the book costs $8, even an electronic version, and they put up the money to distribute 10,000 copies for free. So you're going to learn how to get it, and I urge everybody to get it and use it because it's transformational. Joy stands for Journey of You. That's joy. Journey of You. For you to become the best you possible, because you're the best you make the world a better place. You build more bridges of harmony, create more joy, happiness, peace, and love. What a wonderful way to live, right? Okay, let's go deep, everybody. So get ready. You can either write the word stress or just know it, but I'd urge people to write it down if you can. And everybody knows how to spell it in capital letters, S-T-R-E-S-S. So we're going to look at stress the way most everybody in the world understands it, and then we'll look at it the way Barry Shore understands it. So first, stress is an acronym. Remember, 3 fundamentals: life has purpose, go mad, go make a difference, unlock the power and the secrets of everyday words and terms. Stress, stomach, turning reality, enabling self-sabotage. You know what happened? I lost my job. We might lose the house. My cousin committed suicide. The kids are going crazy. They're not in school. The country's falling apart. Oh! Now, Anna, people are either doing that outwardly or they're doing it inwardly. But that's how they're responding in their world. And remember the 6 words: choice, not chance, determines how you respond to any good. That's the key. Choice, not chance, determines your destiny. So this is what's going to happen. All these things are going on. Enabling self-sabotage. That's what you're doing with yourself. Let's take a look at how Barry Shore understands stress. Stomach, turning reality. Same situation. You're right. You may have lost your job. You may lose the house. Your cousin did commit suicide. The kids are going crazy. Schools are falling apart. The country's falling apart. Enabling self-success. Did he say self-success? Yes. Choice, not chance, determines your destiny. How you choose to respond in any given situation will help determine it. Yes, Anna.
And I love this, and for everybody that is listening, is so much good information here. We will speak about how to get the book, because the book really allows us to absorb these nuggets of gold that are here. And I love how you do that. You have the journal prompts and the little exercises after every chapter that really help us to integrate, to make that concepts that you are speaking come alive. But I want to unpack a lot of what you said, or some elements of what you said here, because even your definition of stress, stomach turning reality, you had, like you were describing, why we should listen to you. You had one of those situations that 99.9999% of the population will say that, oh my gosh, okay, stomach turning reality. And probably, I don't know, but maybe in the beginning, you enable self-sabotage in some ways.
I'm human.
and I want to underline that, because they say this is a process. It's like you are saying, we can make a choice. It's the choice, not chance, that determines our destiny. But it's a bumpy road. Let's put it that way.
Yes.
And you manage to transform that enable self-sabotage into enable success. One little micro from first, I was reading in your book that first the doctor was communicating with you by you blinking your eyes twice. So at that stage, even speaking was not available.
Right.
Was blinking the eye twice, that the doctor knew that you were still there with them. And slowly, little by little, small. And now I just want the before and after, knowing that there was a lot of working in the between. You almost every day, you swim, how much? Like 2 miles per day?
2 miles per day.
So, okay, I just want people to say, okay, there was a time spent and a lot of work. Is like the overnight success of swimming 2 miles per day that
Right.
Before there was a lot of work in between. And you describe in the book how you have to do it. There is a special chair that puts you in the pool. You have special floating devices to help your legs to be up, because you have something in your hands to be able to move
Right.
your arms and to move the water. So and the goggles to keep the breathing, but you are doing almost every day 2 miles per day. That is a miracle, amazing, beautiful. And now you are in a mission to swim the equivalent of going around the world.
Right.
And I think is inspiring to see
Well,
that.
I hope so. I want to say, interrupt you for one moment, because as much as people, and they love the story, and I know that it's inspirational, I want to bring it to anybody listening and everybody listening. You don't have to be paralyzed, now swim 2 miles a day. It's about you. Whatever your struggle is, your struggle. And it's enormous. And it's really confronting you. But you have a choice. You have a choice. And it's small, incremental steps. But it's what Anna's show is all about. It's called mindset. I'll give you all a great acronym for mindset. Mindset stands for meaningful insights, nurturing destiny. That's your mind. And set is seeing exceptional transformation. You will see transformation. You will see yourself emerging like the chrysalis from the moth or whatever that little thing. I'm losing I can see it in front of me, but the cocoon, right.
The cocoon.
Yeah. So you're coming out, that's you. Every single person listening. It's joy, it's journey of you. And it's so wonderful. I applaud you. Okay, you applaud me, great. Yeah. That's me. It's about you.
And each one, we never know as we cross somebody in the street or we interact with people every day, we don't know their story. We don't know their tribulations in life. We know even people that we think we know, there are so much that we don't know. And I think we have to give that benefit of always have that curiosity. Maybe, okay, how can I help? How can I bring a little spark of joy in this situation? How can I make it a little bit better, whatever it is?
Absolutely. This is why we love Anna and love listening to her. So I have the pleasure of seeing her expression right now, and you're only hearing the audio, but she's so animated and so wonderful and smiling. And it's really true. Matter of fact, I sent Anna some cards in a joy package. And one of the cards reads, "Everyone you meet is fighting a battle you know nothing about." And on the back of the card, it reads, "Be kind, always. Always." Kind stands for keep inspiring noble deeds. That's who you are. Each one of us is this microcosm of the world, that we are that channel of goodness, what I call a cog, a child of God. And when you're a channel of goodness, everyone you interact with, whether it's somebody on the phone and you want to make their day, say, "I just want to tell you how much I appreciate today." I don't care if it's the person who is handling your difficulty because your check bounced or your credit card wouldn't work or something's untoward happening. Say, "I just want to let you know how much I appreciate you." It makes such a difference. You do it consciously and conscientiously. You're now that you're the conduit for their life of making a difference. How wonderful. What a way to live.
And I love and that is the ambassador of joy, because you live this. You are the embodiment of this. You help through the book, through the podcasting, through your trainings, to your speaking. The interviews is all about the spreading of the joy, inspiring other people in that journey of you. And because you live it, and like everybody has their own life circumstances that when we are in the middle of them, they are really tough. If somebody is in that dark place, that the hope is difficult to see the light at the end of the tunnel, what will be an advice for them, as a tip, something that can help them?
First of all, thank you for the opportunity, Anna, to be with you on the show and to share with people. Hope happens to be one of my favorite words. It's a great acronym, and it stands for helping others progress every day. That's what you want to do. You want to help others progress every day. The joy of living can be summed up in one word: giving. When you shift your perspective and recognize that you are a giver, and that's the greatest accolade you could ever have in life. When that happens, when you shift your perspective, things happen. Positive, purposeful, powerful, pleasant things happen. I will tell you, though, very funny, though, Anna, I've been working with people even before I became paralyzed. For decades, I was working with people, and I talk about shift the perspective. For some reason, people have a great difficulty pronouncing the F in shift, and the other stuff happens. So you got to be effing careful with your Fs. Shift perspective. We're talking small little shifts, but that makes a big difference. Let's look at 3 very practical things that people can do right now. I mean today, for the rest of your life, and it'll make such a difference. You'll say, "Oh, Anna, I love you. Who was that guy? What was his name again?" It doesn't matter his name, but look what I'm doing now. Okay. Number one practical thing to do immediately. Breathe. Well, Barry Shore, of course I'm breathing. Hello, I'm alive. Yes. We're not talking about that kind of breathing. That's automatic breathing. We're talking about deep diaphragmatic breathing. There's only one issue with that, Anna. Most people can't spell diaphragm. They don't know where it is. So I call it tummy breathing. It's breathing to your tummy. And it's a process that I teach. You can find it on my website. It's on my YouTube channel. It's free. It's available, because I shared this, thank God, with, I think we're over 38,000 people now around the world who still do this every day. I've learned this. This is a 3,200-year-old program. It takes literally less than 2 minutes. You do it twice a day, once before noon, once afternoon. What do? You breathe in through your nose. You sit comfortably. You don't have to be in a yogi position. Sit comfortably. You can stand comfortably. Just be in a place. Breathe in through your nose, deep into your tummy, and then breathe out through your mouth slowly, gently. It takes 15 seconds, 12, 16, something in that area. And you do it 4 times in a row. It's it. In through your nose, deep into your tummy. Make sure your tummy pushes out and go out through your mouth. 4 times. You do that, and you will become calm and aware. That is the essential definition of wisdom, by the way. Calm and aware. Again, do it once before noon. I like to do it as close to getting up in the morning as I can, and once in the evening, once afternoon. I do it before I go to sleep. You can do it anytime you want. Do this 11 days in a row. By the 12th day of the practice, you will be consciously calm and aware. And here's what's going to happen. You will open up and unclog the twin channels of giving and receiving. You'll experience greater intimacy than you've known in years, and you'll reignite the electric touch. Bing! Wow! It's worth the price of admission, right?
Yeah.
Learn to do this. And if you ever miss a session or a day, just begin again. Don't get upset. Don't get harsh. Just begin again. 11, because you want to do it 11 days in a row, once before noon, once after, 22 times. By the 12th day, you won't want to not do it. It's part of your being. So that's one practical tip. The second thing I'd like to urge people to do consciously and conscientiously is to use the 2 most powerful words in the English language 3 times a day. And these 2 words are thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank stands for to harmonize and network kindness. We've been talking about it, right? To harmonize and network kindness. The Dalai Lama has been quoted as saying, I read in his writings, be kind whenever possible. And as he says, it's always possible. So imagine, go to the coffee shop, you order your fancy latte, you sit down, somebody brings it to you, you say thank you. Go to the coffee shop, you order a fancy latte, you sit down, a couple of minutes go, nobody brings it, you go to the counter, and they say, I'm sorry, we forgot, we'll bring it to you. Sit down, a couple of minutes go by, somebody brings you, still say thank you. You're walking out of the coffee shop, it's raining out. Somebody holds the door open for you, you say, thank you. You're walking out of the coffee shop, it's raining, and somebody slams the door on you. You say, thank you. You're in traffic, you're late for an appointment, somebody cuts you off, you say, thank you. Get up in the middle of the night, you stub your toe and it hurts. You say, thank you. To harmonize and network kindness. Say thank you 3 times a day, consciously and conscientiously from now for the rest of your life, because it will help your family, your friends, all living beings, and you. Remember, I promise you'll be happier, healthier, and wealthier. Guarantee it. Or your money back. And now the third one. Drum roll, fanfare, da-dun, da-da. Learn to love dog poop. Did Barry Shaw say dog poop? Yes, learn to love dog poop. Okay, what is this all about? Well, dog poop is a great acronym. It stands for doing of good, power of one person. Doing of good. Give you an example, if I may. We all know what a chiropractor is, right? When you're feeling out of sorts physically, you go to a chiropractor, he or she goes, you're aligned, you're in flow, it's all good, right? So what we want to accomplish is we want to become our own spiritual chiropractors. You want to make sure that your thoughts are in good. Your speech is good. Your deeds are good. So you align yourself, your thoughts, your words, and your deeds, always in good. And now you're in flow. When you're in flow, goodness happens. Things are better for you, family, friends, and all living beings, because nothing in the world, nothing can stop the flow of goodness. Impossible. Impossible. No barrier. And poop, power of one person. If and when you realize how truly capable you are as a human being, you would never have a negative word for anybody. You wouldn't complain. You wouldn't blame. Imagine this, no complain, no blame. It's in the book, isn't it, right, Anna? It's one of the great strategies, one of the 11 strategies for learning to live in joy daily. Don't complain, don't blame. You would never complain, you would never blame, and you'd realize that you wouldn't have a negative thought. because that's how powerful you are. And again, the power of one person reaching out to another person, to another person, to another, another. And pretty soon you literally have a chain of humanity creating a tsunami of goodness in the world. So
Love it.
next time you're walking on the street, you're with a friend or by yourself, and you're looking, somebody's picking up dog poop, or you see it, you're going to laugh and say, what did that guy say? Learn to love dog poop. And if you're with a friend and you say, hey, I love that stuff. They say, what are you talking about? I said, well, I've been listening to Anna on the Mindset, and she had on this guy, Barry Shore, and he said, learn to love dog poop. The person said, what's that? And you explain it to that person. Now, again, you are now becoming the teacher. The best way to learn is to teach. Am I right?
Absolutely.
You become the teacher. And now you love dog poop. And you'll laugh about it and you'll tell your friends. And we are here to make a difference in the world. A good, positive, purposeful, powerful, pleasant difference.
And like you say, choice, not chance, determines your destiny. So how can people learn more about you, and how can they get the book?
So to learn more about Barry Shore, the ambassador of joy, please go to my website, www.whatawan.world.barryshore.com, BARRYSHORE, barryshore.com. And for a free copy of the book, I urge you to get this. It's transformational. Send me an email, Barry, BARRY, at barryshore.com. And in the heading, put Anna, ANA, Anna, ANA. Now, if you really want to get fancy, you put Anna Mindset. But Anna would work. But Anna or Mindset, and you'll get the book. And the most important thing, not just to get it, taking action, by the way, wonderful, Anna, as we know, you and I know, because this is our world, this is what we do. We are here to be of service to people and work with people, whether it's individually or in groups or in the community. We're launching, God willing, September 15th, the Joy of Living Community. This is a worldwide process. Been building this now for the past year and a half, almost 2 years. And it's all of $10 a month because they made it no barrier to entry. That's it, $10 a month. And there's resources almost beyond your ability to utilize. But the point of it is that action is the key element in success in life. What I call action is a sign of the winner. So if you really say, I'm a winner, and you really want to do that, you do want to tell yourself you're a winner, take action, do this. Barry at barryshore.com, heading either Anna or Mindset or Anna Mindset.
Love it, love it. And let's practice here.
Anna's breathing deeply, wonderfully, expanding your consciousness, growing.
And thank you, thank you, thank you very, very much.
Expanding possibilities, the Mindset Zone.
Thank you for listening, and remember to visit mindset.zone. Yes, instead of .com, it's .zone. There you can find all the episodes and other amazing resources, all at mindset.zone. As always, I'm so grateful you are here. Expand what's possible for you, for the ones around you, for the world.